2 days ago, I nearly lost access to something that had changed my entire perspective on design 10 years ago. In the vast landscape of internet creativity, a 2015 forgotten Tumblr collection nearly vanished forever. What you're about to see isn't just digital art, it's a rescue mission. The Fragrant Iris, 19th century, Guillaume Seignac. Seignac's Syrinx painting is fractured by Eva Unit 1's presence. This illustrates the violent clash between organic fragility and mechanical supremacy. Archangel St.Gabriel, 18th century, José Camarón Bonanat. Bonanat's St.Gabriel represents Unit 1's berserker awakening. The Renaissance figure's raised hand appears to signal the monstrous transformation. The clash between calm religious imagery and Evangelion's raw violence embodies the theme of hidden, uncontrollable forces. The Young Shepherdess, 1885, William-Adolphe Bouguereau. Bouguereau's peaceful shepherdess is reimagined with Unit Zero's head. This creates a contrast between pastoral serenity and futuristic resilience. The soft landscape and traditional attire collide with Evangelion's mechanical intensity. The shepherdess turns into a symbol of endurance. Archangel Gabriel, 1851, Paul-Émile Jacobs. Paul-Émile Jacobs' Archangel Gabriel transforms into Leliel, the 12th angel. The divine messenger now symbolizes conflict as Unit 1 struggles to escape Leliel. The serene classical pose contrasts with spherical horror, reinterpreting the notion of an angel. Sacred Art of Jesus with St. Ignatius of Loyola and St. Louis Gonzaga. 1770, José de Páez. A classical religious painting, infused with Evangelion's theme, mirrors Misato's sacrifice. Angelic figures and sacred symbols frame a moment of intense human emotion, bridging traditional spirituality with contemporary storytelling. Our Lady of Sorrows, El Viso del Alcor, Seville, Spain. A solemn religious figure overlaid with Shinji's pained expression unites historical depiction of suffering with modern psychological fragility. Shinji's golden frame presence suggests an intersection of divinity and human vulnerability. The Suicide of Cato, 1692, Johann Michael Rottmayr. A painting of physical agony rendered in deep red merges with Unit 2's brutal defeat. Mechanical destruction blends with organic suffering. The fusion of classical trauma and technological violence creates a haunting reflection on sacrifice. Saint Sebastian, 1623, Gerrit van Honthorst. The Saint Sebastian martyrdom scene is juxtaposed with Unit 2's downfall. This draws parallel between classical suffering and Evangelion's existential struggles. The Eva Unit 2's isolation mirrors the saint's pain, suggesting resilience amid destruction. Capilla del Hospital del Amor de Dios, 1796, Anonymous. A religious iconography-rich piece is fractured by Ritsuko's betrayal, blending sacred visual with psychological turmoil. The ornate frame highlights the emotional weight of our technological and personal downfall. Portrait of Grand Duchess Elizabeth Feodorovna, 1885, Karl Rudolph's son. An elegant woman in a classical portrait finds her serene world disrupted by an evasive Gendo disturbingly fusing with Ray. The contrast between historical refinement and undesired contact underscores a theme of transformation. Christ Crucified, 1632, Diego Velázquez. A crucifixion scene overlays Lilith's liberation, shifting from religious sacrifice to cosmic transcendence. The visual suggests that breaking bound marks a moment of radical change. Woman kills injured man, 1994. Odd Nerdrum, a dynamic human figure, disrupted by an Evangelion transformation, visualizes Lilith's metamorphosis into Ray. Traditional human form dissolves into a surreal, evolving identity. Deposizione, 2010, Roberto Ferri. A dramatic classical figure in red merges with an Eva unit, capturing the tension between organic vulnerability and mechanical destiny. The Agony in the Garden, 17th century, Carlo Dolci. A religious scene of spiritual despair aligns with an Evangelion metamorphosis, where traditional suffering is reinterpreted as technological transcendence. Our Lady of Quito, 1906, Quito, Ecuador. A sacred art, pierced by swords, becomes a metaphor for the Eva series transformation, linking divine suffering to dissolution. Dante and Virgil in Hell, 1850, William-Adolphe Bouguereau. Bouguereau's Dante's Inferno figures rise in torment, now overlaid with Shinji and Asuka's destructive confrontation. The classical depiction of eternal punishment resonates with Evangelion's psychological devastation. Virgin Mary, 17th century, Sassoferrato. Sassoferrato's Virgin Mary is eerily reinterpreted with Ray's detached presence. The nurturing maternal icon now embodies a clinical, post-human interaction, reflecting themes of identity and reproduction. The Suicide of Lucretia, 1525, Mester met des Papagaies. The Renaissance tragedy of Lucretia's suicide parallels the Eva series' self-impalement, shifting personal martyrdom into a programmed dissolution of self. Mrs. Luke Ionides, 1882, William Blake, Richmond. A Victorian portrait of refinement is interrupted by an ethereal Eva unit, transforming the image into a meditation on transcendence and dissolution of identity. Caron transfers the soul of deads over the Styx River. 1861, Konstantin Makovsky. Caron, ferrying souls, is repurposed for Unit 1's ascension, equating mythological passage with Evangelion's cosmic rebirth. Nuestra Señora de las Angustias, a Spanish religious icon, is covered by instrumentality's blank white space, symbolizing the rejection of collective consciousness in favor of individual choice. Female nude, 1897, Félix Vallotton. A Vallotton nude is overlaid with Ray's ghostly image, turning a study of human form into a reflection on intimacy and selfhood in Evangelion's fragmented world. Portrait of Victoire de France, 1750, Jean-Marc Natier. An aristocratic rococo portrait meets the red eye of Lilith passing as Ray, symbolizing the moment of radical choice, embracing individuality over collective dissolution. Mélancolie, 1801, Constance Marie Charpentier. A melancholic classical figure is fractured by Lilith's dissolution, expanding personal sorrow into a cosmic scale of transformation. The General Zapped an Angel, 1970, Karel Toll. A sci-fi landscape blends seamlessly with Ray's fragmented image, reframing apocalypse as a restructuring of consciousness. Christ on Cross, 1869, Karl Heinrich Bloch. Bloch's crucifixion is infused with Lilith's containment, shifting sacrifice from a divine act to a technological imprisonment with latent potential for release. Portrait of Mary Robinson, 1781, Thomas Gainsborough. Gainsborough's Mary Robinson juxtaposed with Ray, reinterpreting the portrait's historical elegance to the narrative of survival and resilience. Young girl styling her hair, 1894, Pierre-Auguste Renoir. A Renoir portrait of private reflection is disrupted by Asuka's preparation for combat, turning an intimate moment into an exploration of identity under systemic pressure. Lucifero, 2013, Roberto Ferri. The GIF uses a muscular human form with Ramiel, juxtaposing human fragility with cosmic intelligence. Traditional tones shift to digital blues, geometric distortions disrupt the original composition. The starry backdrop transports the image beyond its earthly origins. Evangelion's mythology, colliding with classical masterpieces, creates a dialogue about transformation, both visual and existential. These images redefine artistic boundaries, proving that art is a living conversation, constantly evolving with new interpretations.